Hi guys, welcome to the Channel of Love. I'm just putting my cards away from yesterday. I thought I might as well just set up the live stream, get the energy going, the energy flowing. What's in that box? It's just okay. Happy Friday. Thank God it's Friday. I can see your love hearts. Love, love me do. You know I love you. I'll always be true. So please, love me do. Okay, let's get these cards. I used the right box down. I'm not sure what we're going to be doing today. I felt like some questions wanted to be asked and answered. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. As well, yeah, just ask. Okay. It's not really a style that I use where I kind of question the energy. Geez Louise, this... Maybe we won't ask any questions. Listen, I'm the director of the reading, am I? Apparently so. So if I had the thought to direct it towards, you know, what questions do you have? What do you want to know? We can do that. The light looks a lot dimmer in here than what it does when I'm setting up the live stream. Anyway, it is 11 minutes past 5 in the afternoon. Early evening, shall we say. When does evening start? 6 o'clock? Okay. Oh, I've left the Rider-Waite tarot out, so we'll use those. Witch's tarot. Let's put them away. I want to kind of tell you that I've said no to a McDonald's this evening. Could have done. It would have been easier because Megan and Jamie's off out tonight, so they're ordering McDonald's before they go out. And because it's like Christmas drinks for them tonight with Megan's, I was going to say work posse. And they're not eating, but they will be drinking, so we're like, do you want McDonald's? We're ordering McDonald's. I went, yes, I do. And then I went, no, I don't. No, I don't want McDonald's. I should knock myself something together. Knock something together myself. Knock something myself together. Okay, well. And so it was like a no. It was like a, no, I'm alright. I'm not sure what I'm going to have for my dinner, but it's not going to be a McDonald's. We shall figure it out. Yes, we will. Right, I think I've put away all the cards. You've got this. Okay. You've got this. But let's use those cards. Do you want to tell me what you want to ask? What you want to know? Energetically, I was saying. Unless, like, you do have a specific question. Okay. The cards are reluctant to speak. It's not the cards that are reluctant to speak, it's the director behind the energy that I'm tapping into. But we all have questions on our mind and vulnerabilities coming through. Some of them you might not be so excited about asking, even though I do feel you are excited about asking certain questions. So you're maybe a bit scared of the answer. Okay, yeah. Got any questions? There's another card. Oh, okay. We're not going to take that other card. There was two. And it's gone on to the top of the deck, but I don't feel like looking at it. This feels like the masculine asking, like, for your perspective on how you see the world. Okay. Not black and white. It's red and green here. Oh, it matches. Yeah, I'm with you. I thought it was a bit of a combination, but it's like bloody freezing today. To warm up our cockles. Well, as I've held that card in, I've never noticed before, the part where the roses are, they were kind of like a bit misty, a bit blurred. Let's see if it does it again. Can you see that? Oh, I think it's just catching the light. But it's, you see a difference. So it wants to know how you view the world. Romance, love, passion. It wants to know it all. Lots of questions coming through. Okay, let's see what comes out. The High Priestess. So telepathy, tapping into the Divine Feminine's insights. She does have the Torah here. And for you to be able to share that viewpoint of the Torah, lots of words coming through. I'm just trying to think of the right one. Transformations occurred. It's more about your spiritual rising, because you become worthy. Like, the more that you embrace spirituality, the more you're given. It's like when you can comprehend it. Ah, I hit my elbow. So, you're not ready to hear everything that the Divine Feminine knows. For one, you've turned your back on her. Because it's like you've got this world, but this world isn't now looking like it used to look. Because I think the globe's normally green and blue. Well, green being the land, and then blue being the water. This feminine energy is really stable. For one, she has like the pillars of strength beside her, but I'm taken to the wands that's behind him, and it's secured. It's about having a higher perspective, because this is like secured on this higher perspective. He's holding his wand up, wanting a higher perspective, and it feels like one step at a time. You don't want to overload yourself with all this knowledge. So just because the Divine Feminine, the High Priestess, has the answers, doesn't mean she's going to give them to you. It's like she'll reveal what she is directed to reveal, what you're ready to hear. Understandable? Understandable. I think it's quite understandable. But then I'm sitting in the High Priestess energy. What I understand may not be understandable to you. Okay. Oh, I've changed him around now, so he's actually facing her. Instead of turning his back on spiritual truths, because the ego thinks it knows best, but the ego's just edged God out. It's more the logical mind that's in play, rather than the spiritual mind. So all the programming's in play of what you've been told, and it's like you haven't been told this by spiritual gurus, spiritual teachers, leaders, so it's like foreign. So it sounds like mumbo jumbo. It's not mumbo jumbo. It's now starting to make sense, and you want to know more, and so you should want to know more. This is coming through. It's us questioning our existence and why we're here that expands consciousness for more to want to question why we're here. And it's not just to be born, go to school, go to college, university, get a job, get married, have children, retire and die. And make sure that you leave, like, people money or a property. There's no role modelling about, like, leaving that true legacy, which is passing on the truth. So, how do you see the world? Fucked up. You know, you won't sell a house because your children are going to inherit it when you die, and all this kind of malarkey. Who's even saying that, like, you know, you're dying before your children? I mean, tomorrow's not promised to no one. So, yeah, and I mean, the kids might not even want to live in that house. And as soon as you've, like, snuffed it, they could sell it. They could just do what they want to do with the money, rather than, yeah. And plus, your kids need to find their own source of abundance and not rely on what's left when you peg it. Money brings a lot of conflict, especially, like, after people, like, make their transition. The money that's left, it's well, for one, it's not written on your gravestone, or it doesn't matter. But it seems to matter a lot to the people that are kind of left in the equation of who's getting what money, who's more deserving on it. Okay, Sword of Resurrection. No one's dying here. Why are you planning for that? So you should be planning on how to spend and share and create memories with your abundance in the now. So, sorry, we've got the Sword of Resurrection. Felt this energy of it's time for you to rise from the dead, planning for your death. I've been to work today, and I feel as if I may have just opened the shop door just to allow people to come in for counselling sessions. This fear of death, I was speaking to this gentleman who, you know, you ask if they've had a nice Christmas. Not really. His wife died like 2 years ago, and so I can use the example, okay, yeah, I lost my husband 7 years ago, well, 7 Christmases it's been now, and I said, you know, it does get better. I tried to explain that in the process, you know, he's kind of lost his way because he's been part of a partnership, so it's time to find out, you know, what you want to do. Is there anywhere you'd like to travel? Then he just went on to keep naming people that have told him, you should go there, or you should go there, or you should do that. I went to him, what do you want to do? And he did not know. I said, well, maybe it's time that you discover that, discover who you are. Start doing the things that you want to do, instead of listening to other people's suggestions. I said, and he said, I don't know. I said, well, it gives you something to think about. I said, because your life is not over. You're still living. So it's been one of them kind of days today. Okay, I've got chills all of a sudden. Hello, Moon Cookie. Hello, Lucy. Lucy Lou, happy Friday to you. Are we not oh, we are thanking God. I was going to say, why are we not thanking God? Moon Cookie, you always thank God. But it's Friday. Cheers. Cheers, darling. Happy Friday. Thank God it's Friday. To the channel of love. Right, let's have a look and see what else wants to come out. Okay. A defensive energy. Guards go up. I mean, it's not easy doing a self-examination. In a way, this is like standing, well, in a way, you're getting in your own way. You're standing your ground, you're blocking off. Maybe you've been allowing others to get in your way and kind of, you know, tell you what to do, what you should be doing. instead of trusting that intuition that the Divine Feminine here does in the High Priestess energy. So maybe you should stand your ground. You should take back your power. You gave it away. You allowed others to dictate the course of your life. Silly Billy. But now you know it's not going to be easy to take back your power. But you can. And you will feel better afterwards. Well, maybe not straight away. I mean, you're going to come up against challenges. So you've got one boot on and one shoe on. And you know what you're standing on? You're standing on, I was going to say the top of the world. You know, I don't feel like, well, you're trying to feel on top of the world, but others are trying to stop you. Because there is this higher perspective here. But I felt like you was actually standing like on the globe. But it's a green and showing the land and the water. It looks like you carved out your own little portion here. Expanding your horizons is coming through. It's time to expand your horizons, your perspective. Let's get some oracle cards. Oh, you've got this. Well, we'll have a look at these. I'm quite cold. And when you're cold, your back kind of, your shoulder blades kind of come in. It's because you're protecting your heart from, you're keeping it warm. It's like you're giving a hug to your heart. Everything I need is within me, including direction. Everything will work out in the end. And being kind is never wasted, never. Okay. Bits of an argument about who's going to speak, the archangels or the unicorns. I was going to say, if you believe in unicorns, then it's surely easy to believe in archangels. And if you believe in archangels, then it's easy to believe in unicorns. I want to tell you the story of Noah and how the unicorns missed getting onto the ark because they were so vain. They were too busy looking at their reflection in the water that they missed getting onto the ark. I heard it once. Forgive. It is time to let go of anger or blame, because being kind is never wasted. Okay. It's time to let go of anger or blame. This feels like the energy of being angry at the world or blaming others. I mean, you can maybe blame God if you feel that will get you anywhere. But because one day you're going to be begging to him, praying to God. Even for those non-believers, there'll be a point in their life where they say a prayer. So we all know who source energy is, God. We've all heard of, well, you can't even say it's a hymn. There isn't even an image to go with God, not like Jesus Christ. A burning bush. It's energy. It's just a name. It's just a label to give it. Yeah. So just, you know, let go of that belief that we're talking about like a physical, I don't know, it isn't, it's spiritual, it's energetic, it's energy, it's God, it's source energy, it's divine, it's the creator. God said, let there be light, and there was light. God said that you have the same powers that I have. You have control over all of it. So it's time to stop being angry and blaming others and because I feel that this is like self-reflection. It's like you've chosen to be an angry person. You've chose to put the blame onto others rather than, pointing that finger back at yourself. You got yourself into your own circumstances, situations by listening to others or yourself. And for those that listen to themselves and are their own directors, guides, peace awaits them. There's no blame because there's no one to blame. They've made their own decisions. So they're accountable, not a problem being accountable. It's rarely, I'd say, every decision that I've guided myself on, I don't regret any of it. There's no one to blame. There's a few little ones that I could do because I listen to others. So I could say, but I blame myself for not listening to my own intuition and trusting that others know better. So it's time to let go of anger or blame. Forgive. Forgive yourself for not knowing. And you can't blame anyone for not telling you. Okay, there's energy coming through where you might blame the Divine Feminine for not telling you when she knew. But I just explained to you at the beginning. There's some things that you're not ready for. It will like put you into soul shock. Well, not so much soul shock, ego shock. If you were bombarded with the truth, there could be like to a point where you feel so disappointed in yourself because a lot of the healing hasn't occurred. It could be very raw and it could topple you, send you the other way. And that is not what we want. We want to gently awaken you to the truth. Belly's rumbling. Hey Christine. Hello beautiful. Amen. I definitely blame myself for listening to others, but now I know better. Yeah, you can't blame yourself for listening to others because that is what's kind of programmed it. Well, it isn't. We are love, that's our program, okay? But social programming. But yeah, once you know better, there's no one to blame because they're not aware. I mean, everything that's done is done out of love. Like, because, they want the best for you. But that could include, like, putting fear into you and, kind of stopping you from following your adventure. It's not... If you just actually leave people be and stop telling people, if you do it yourself, if you don't like being told what to do, then don't go and tell other people what to do. I never tell my children what to do, and they don't do it to me either. Same respect, it's like, I'm okay. I know I've got my own guidance and I know that you have yours as well. So there's no like running things past each other. Obviously we have conversations and that. It's not that it can't be talked about and input can be put on, but they do what they wish to do. My belly's so rumbly. Moon cookie. Well, Christine said exactly, but I think that was something I said earlier. But we just read it as it comes out. Moon cookie. We're on to 2024. I know. I'm so excited. Not long, is it? I have to take the Christmas tree down soon. It was in October yesterday. I found it in October twice now. And there's lots of baubles on the floor. Okay, we've got curiosity, which I picked up as soon as I came on, that we're curious for answers. Start a project related to something you're curious about. Start a project related to something that you're curious about. You can hear the drain. The train breaks. The train breaks. Okay. I would say break the chain. We've been touching on this topic. I gave you examples like yesterday of it from my own personal story about choosing to live the life that you desire, your soul desires to live. Okay. Oh, I'm going to go to the romance angels because of this romance now. It's my belly rumbling because it's saying you should have taken a McDonald's. It's like, no. we're not going to starve. We will eat. You have to be patient. The channelings are so, not sweeter, but that's what wants to come through. When you're like empty, your vessel's very free to channel energy. So, a light-headedness, in a sense. Okay, we've got separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. This is interesting. Because I was going to ask you, Moon Cookie, we're on to 2024, I'm so excited. I was going to say to you, what are you very excited about? And then I answered my own question that I was asking to you in my mind. And it was like, I'm excited about handling 2024 from a different perspective. My number one goal is to feel good. This here, like separation, there is no separation, but the masculine may be feeling this now. And also I want to say like a separation from source, but you're never separated from the air, the energy, from nature. That's why it's important to get outside. Because when we coop ourselves up inside our homes, then it's still flowing, but it's kind of like the same as when the air spirit is in you. It's not as powerful as when it's like connected to the outside. Separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. I say this masculine needs to find himself. He's not in alignment with the high priestess energy here because he's not trusting his intuition. So he's got to resurrect that connection with the divine and realise you're not separate from any of it. Did you check out the laws of the universe? I believe the first one is the law of divine oneness. Do your research. Curiosity. Start a project relating to something you're curious about. You're curious about our world, so why don't you have a look at the universal laws? You're curious about our universe. Yeah, Christine. Yes, he does, and he is all lost. You've got to find yourself first, haven't you? Got to know who you are first. And then you'll know what you're really wanting, what you're really desiring. So separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Because the High Priestess is not going to give all the answers to you. You can tap into your own energy. You can come to your own conclusions. You'll come across all your doubts as well, and your fears, insecurities, all of it. No one can do it for you, because no one's like in there, apart from the divine's in there with you. Separation. I feel the divine has, if you're in this energy, the divine has a, excuse my language, but a fucking fantastic year planned for you. There's still work to do. Bit by bit, day by day. There is no separation. Do your research, they will all tell you the same. There is no separation. Only the one that you've generated with your own thoughts. It is safe for you to love. Look at this, because just by looking at the images, So like the masculine, I feel here is kind of saying, you know, but I love you. It's like, do you actually know what love is? Like universal love? Or are we just talking about infatuation, sexual desires, a need to pop, release? Is it just it's all a bit too much? There's and it looks like here, the feminine, you know, she's letting him go. And then here, I said about lots of fantastic things happening for the feminine. She's on her horse here. I mean, the horse is like, what's that, up on his hind legs? Is that the right way to say it? It's bucking. And the cherubs are protecting the divine feminine. It's like, you come correctly, or you don't come at all. He really will burst if he... Ejaculation was coming in, but, you know. You come correctly, or you don't come at all. So I feel this is like a real tension. But he's going to have to learn how to handle this love. And that's what, getting a handle, getting a hold of it, getting a handle on it. And that's what I feel the divine feminine has achieved, is getting a handle on how to handle this love, this intense love. So open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all, love. He's being blocked here until he's ready. Until he's ready to give and receive the highest energy of all. Otherwise it's just gonna poo his pants and go running. Opposite direction. So when you're ready to open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all, give us a call. That's what's coming through. It is facts. You've got to be in vibrational alignment with each other. Like attracts like. So kindness is never wasted. Divine feminine, you just focus on handing out all that kindness. And what you'll attract back to you is what you are. Okay? The masculine, whatever energy he's in, he will notice that he's attracting back to him what he's putting out there. He'll learn. Or not. It doesn't matter, divine feminine, because your energy, you're only going to attract what you are. In your love and kindness and generosity, and you are charity, and all that's going to come back to you. You're sharing, you're caring, you're considerate, you're intelligent, you're wise. Let's carry on. Let's carry on. Because I know that most of you are not going to trade your life for the drama again. Not once you've cleared it. Do you know what's coming through is don't be such a muppet. You wouldn't be such a muppet to do that. For one, a muppet's a puppet. And you ain't no puppet. Oh, I'm going to Pinocchio. I've got no strings to hold me down. I want to be a real boy. Well, guess what, Pinocchio? If you'd be a real boy or a real man, okay, you're not to tell lies. You've got to be honest, caring, loving. Otherwise, you're just going to be a wooden man, boy. Not matured. And, that's that then. Let's go to the well-being cards. Be well, John Spalton. What's coming through is I'm zipping up my boots, I'm going back to my roots, yeah. And I'm thinking like going back to the way that things used to be, how we used to romance, woo, date. how you would interact like back then, because I was taken to like the film Demolition Man. That kind of comes in, doesn't it? Stop self-sabotaging. It's like you're demolishing your life. How they have sex. I mean, before he was like frozen, they would have sex, you know, like we have sex. So when Sandra Bullock, what's her name in it? Can't remember. Wants to have sex, he's quite excited, like checking his breath. And then she comes out with these helmets. Want the real deal. Appreciation is the secret to life. Become a person who appreciates and you will thrive. You will fulfill your reason for being. So become a person who appreciates and you will thrive. You will fulfill your reason for being. There's your answer. There's a secret. Appreciation. When I appreciate, I feel so very good. When I appreciate, I feel so very good. I can always reach for a thought that feels better. You can. You could. I can always reach for a thought that feels better. Find something to appreciate if it's a secret to life. Your decision to reach for a thought that feels good is a powerful decision. For it serves you in many ways. The better feeling thought reverberates within you, opening passageways to well-being that reach far beyond this one good feeling thought. So I can always reach for a thought that feels better. And your decision to reach for a thought that feels good is a powerful decision, for it serves you in many ways. The better feeling thought reverberates within you, opening passageways to well-being that reach far beyond this one good feeling thought. Desire is the beginning of all creation. There is a lot of desire. You feel it in this card. And the frustration here. Desire is the beginning of all creation. In allowing your desire to come to you, you not only gain the satisfaction of having received it, you can also, doesn't say you can also, you also, it's because my mind, this is for the Divine Feminine here, your desire will come to you. Okay? In allowing your desire to come to you, so allow, let's say, well, we all know your desire is the Divine Masculine. So allow him to come to you. But you've got to obviously be tapped into the art of allowing. In allowing your desire to come to you, you not only gain the satisfaction of having received it, rather than chasing it, you also gain a whole new perspective from which to desire more. It's going to build your faith and give you a higher perspective here, a brand new perspective, a whole new perspective, a whole new world. The Divine Masculine's desires have come to him, and he turns his back on them. So he has the power to manifest. They were all his thoughts. You, the Divine Feminine, is his creation. He thought you up. You're what he desires. He's just not allowing that desire he's not available for that desire. So he's attracted it, but he's not allowing that desire to come to him. So you will. You'll allow that desire to come to you. Much more satisfying, isn't it? It is contrast that puts eternalness in eternity. The contrast is, it can be viewed as, well, it's the opposite to what you're desiring or not desiring. That's the contrast. Your own valuable personal new desire is always born from contrast. That new desire is then heard and answered by source energy, thus the glorious expansion of the universe. So, by experiencing a unawakened feminine, let's say that, the masculine desires an awakened feminine. Someone who's clued up, not clueless. I just heard my daughter go, oh, I see, I see. Is Jamie laughing? Okay. How long have we been on for? 41 minutes. Let's get this this reading wrapped up. I'm going to go to, well, I imagine we'll do a few more cards, but let's get them sorted. We've got the Enchanted Map, we've got the Divine Feminine Oracle. I feel we're going to leave with that rather than a Mother Mary or Rumi message. And then we have the Power of Love. So let's go here first. Hey, Bond. Hey, hey, good day, good afternoon, good evening. Hi, Lucy and Channel Peeps. Good day, Bond. Good evening. Let me shuffle them first, please. A willingness. Willy is also a willingness. You are able to compromise if the end result is love. I feel that this is the Divine Feminine's message. You are able to compromise if the end result is love. Let's have a look at this message. Whereabouts does it look? Right there. You have come to the earth plane to learn to accept the things you cannot change, as opposed to those you can. Okay. A big message really here. So you've come to the earth plane to learn to accept the things you cannot change. You can't force anybody to do anything. You can't force the direction of your life. You can try to, but you have to learn to accept that there's some things that you cannot change. And that's why, okay, you've come here. Life is a constant game of discovery, but no price can be put on any experience, because each one transforms you. When you are willing to look inside and begin to change your habits, self-imposed fears and perceptions, only then will you be able to see your true self. Let me repeat that. It's good guidance here. It's the last card in the deck as well. When you are willing to look inside and begin to change your habits, self-imposed fears and perceptions, only then will you be able to see your true self. The catalyst for transformation comes from your willingness to forgive, open your heart, and be honest with yourself. You are never too old to learn, and each day should be filled with excitement about how your perspective will be altered. I like this. Okay. You can gauge your spiritual growth by your willingness to learn from and accept another. By keeping an open mind when conditions change, you expand your knowledge of life. Allowing love to radiate through you and in everything you do brings divine awareness to all those in your sphere. Rigidly adhering to your dogma is doing a disservice to your growth. The willingness to accept others and their individual path is a soul strength. The Enchanted Map. Okay. Intention, card number 22. Deliberate, clear intentions have the power to change your world. So really you'll be given all the answers, haven't you? The secrets. Deliberate, clear intentions have the power to change your world. Your objectives will be fulfilled at this time. Inspired intentions are like magic arrows shot into the air. The universe is bringing you a gift, showing you that you're hitting your mark. Recognise that you're not the one who has to do all the work, however. Others help you co-create reality. You connect to the power of your intention, sending it out into the field, then allow for synchronicity to work its magic. Perhaps the good intentions of others will inspire you to send out beautiful ones of your own. Own the life you want to lead and live deliberately with clarity and detachment. Let's finish with a message from the Divine Feminine Oracle. Let's see what Divine Feminine is drawn from the deck. I keep getting chills up and down my arms. Spirit moves me every time I'm with you. Is it with you or near you? Whirling like a cyclone in my mind. You're my lifeline, angel of my lifetime. Answers to all answers I can find. Baby, I want you. Come. Come. Come into my arms. It's like Rabbi, but it's Rabiah. The Queen of Saintly Women. I am in service of divine love. I move the way love asks me to move. Could it be magic now? Now and hold on fast. Could this be the magic at last? 52. Whoa, 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 da-na. Whoa, 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 take me. Can't beat a bit of Take That. Forget that. Okay. Hello. It's me calling my glasses. Oh, my glasses calling me. Okay. Rabaya represents a rare, pure love that doesn't seek anything other than simply to love. Rabaya al-Adawiyya was one of the most influential Sufi women in Islamic history. She is a Muslim saint and a Sufi mystic who lived in the 8th century in Basra, present-day Iraq. On the night she was born, her father had a vision of Muhammad. He told him, "Your newly born daughter is a favourite of the Lord and shall lead many Muslims to the right path." When Rabaya was still just a little girl, her father died, and she was then sold into slavery. She would pray every night to be released so that she could spend the hours of her day in service of Allah, the Arabic word for God. When her master overheard her prayers and saw that she was illuminated with light as she prayed, he realised she was a saint. He released her immediately. She went into the desert and worshipped in solitude. Rabaya became known as the Queen of Saintly Women because of the purity of her love and devotion to Allah. She set forth the doctrine of divine love known as Ishq Haqiqi. Her poetry emphasises her desire to worship for the sake of loving Allah and not for personal gain. In one of her poems, she says, "I carry a torch in one hand. I carry a torch in one hand and a bucket of water in the other. She wants to set fire to heaven and put out the fires of hell, so that love seeks no gain except to be in service of love itself." She explains, "I do not want to worship from fear of punishment or for the promise of reward, but simply for the love of Allah." When your soul selects her card, in her lifetime, Rabaya embodied the freedom that divine love offers us. If we see her life as a metaphor of the soul's progression, she went from slavery to sainthood by devoting herself to Allah. Her only concern was the love that she could give to God. Her every action was motivated by her devotion to God, and through it, she received the greatest spiritual gift, self-realization. Abraham Maslow. Check out Abraham Maslow. He does fantastic definitions. Definition of a self-actualized person, and I believe it's in the back of The Power of Intention. What a self-actualized person, a description of recognising a self-actualized person. Anyway, do your own research. Abraham Maslow on self-actualization. Oh, sorry, self-realization. Same thing. Self-actualization, self-realization. Although it can be very difficult, loving without expectations is a profound spiritual practice. More often, our love for someone is loaded with ideas of who that person needs to be for us. But divine love is unconditional. It's a love that seeks only to love. No hidden agendas, no strings attached. Rabaya relates in one of her poems, prayer should bring us to an altar where no walls or names exist. Each time we are able to love someone or ourselves without conditions to that love, we arrive at this altar within us. We free them and ourselves. We remember what Rabaya knew so well, that to love just for the sake of loving lets the divine act through us. Soul Voice Meditation. Are my current actions motivated by love? And the intention, I am in service of divine love. I move the way love asks me to move. And what did we have here about willingness? You are able to compromise if the end result is love. Beautiful reading. I was just looking at the similarities between these cards. Okay. I was going to say, let's call it a day. Yeah, we can call it day, morning, night. Guys, I will catch up with you soon. I nearly said later. Maybe later on today, tonight. I don't know. Whoop, whoop. My kid's rather excited down there. Guys, I'll catch up with you soon. So until then, take care. Much love.